I came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit. I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I took the risk. My bitches wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy and Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, Be liking my flavor, I think it's cause. Watch out,
Getting money since I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know how I sit. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my fit. Ain't slick, then he with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back, then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the whip. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Grip.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Miami Dolphins. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go! Joker, 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 Joker.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
2nd and 11. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 50-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down.
Here we go. Hey, no. Hey. Check. Lucky.
And that'll set him back 5. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Let's go, baby. 50's the mic.
From the gun, Fields looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Here we go.
20-yard line.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater. Flushed out right. He finds Roberts, complete. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here's Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for Moore. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And an alley to run. And he's taken down inside the 30. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Panther 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
First quarter with no score.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
For Bridgewater. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
4th down, they're going. Bridgewater. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
Now that's just simply good coaching An excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. Looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Parker unable to get that one.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They run it here with Gordon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Melvin Gordon, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On first down, Hall, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Fields. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Chandler. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Under 10. Check. Crunch.
On 3rd down. It's Chandler, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a first down. So it wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. Second level, probably because they moved up to the first level, and that hurts them.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Now Howard. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A big play there by Gordon. Give him 55 yards on the ground.
First down, Panthers.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater. Open man is Robbie Anderson. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Out to Roberts here on the quick pass. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Seth Roberts, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Back to the air on 2nd down. Fields going deep here for Parker. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. He was looking for Parker that time.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Double tight, guys, double tight.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he'll take this into the... Melvin Gordon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
At their own 28-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Carolina.
On first down, Gordon. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Watch twist, watch twist. Shit. Shit.
Now a handoff looking right. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Throwing is Bridgewater. He gets it to Thomas. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Let's go,
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Off play action. Fields steps away to his left. He'll run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Ready. 15 money. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. Bring it.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's caught by Howard. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the flag.
Operating from the gun. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Let's get off the field, D. Shift.
Back to throw. Fields. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. 56 yards.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
He's checking.
From the gun, Fields. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Check 50. Check 50.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Watch 88. Watch 88. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Looking to throw. Fields. And he's going to go down again. Brian Burns make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Move. You got 3 down, 3 down.
Operating from the gun, Fields. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Check your hot read. Mike's 54.
On 4th down, Fields. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the 29, Bridgewater. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ian Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And it is 28-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
On first down, Gordon, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
Second down 6.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Slam, slam, slam. Check. Max box. Right. Hey.
To throw again on second down. Bridgewater under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Bridgewater to throw it. Looking for the ends. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah. And my goodness, another Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Fields. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Chandler. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. This quarterback now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Parker the intended target, and it's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 22-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Watch the twist. Check 43.
On first down, Fields. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one...
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 19. It's a foot race. 20, 10, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked well. You know, time of possession.